Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back again with another review. Today we will be taking a look at from the Transformers Generations line. This is Legends Class Skrapnel, commonly known as Shrapnel, and his target master partner, Reflector. Allow me to once again, as I mentioned in my tailgate review, apologize for the fact that some of these reviews might be a little bit out of order. It's just how it happens sometimes. Stuff comes in, has a priority, whatever. But I do want to say, later, sooner, whatever, this figure is cool. Much like Cosmos, this figure stole the wave. A lot of people weren't expecting it to be as awesome as it is, but it is. Real quick, let's start off with Reflector. Reflector is completely awesome. Unfortunately, Reflector really has only one mode that can work with Skrapnel, and you're looking at it. It's weapons mode, which the designers were genius. This is basically if this was all silver, this would be a exact update recreation of Shrapnel's classic looking blaster. To transform it back into robot mode, basically what you're doing is going to flip the whole thing up just like that, and then flip up the feet, and there you go. Arms can move. Real nice, just like that. Now, camera mode. Keep the arms down. There you go. It's great that we finally have a scaled reflector for Autobots, Decepticons, and the like. Problem is, there's really no handle or way for any of the Legends figures to hold it like a real camera. The handle here is at the top, kind of stiff, and that's really about it. Transforming it back into weapons mode, go ahead, it's a spring launch, just flip down the feet, and everything will spring forward, just like that. It's quite interesting if you want to have some fun. Here you go, get them up, hold the torso in place, fold the feet down, and wham! You've got a laser gun. Put them off to the side so we can focus on Skrapnel. I think it's finally great that they were able to get something close to the classic name. Now, right off the bat, I want to mention a little thing. I don't think this is an imperfection in the mold or some warped plastic because everything seems, straight, pegged in. But you notice how the horns here are a little on an angle? I think that was kind of done on purpose, like those giant mandibles or something. But this is really, like I said, a fun figure. This is a perfect reproduction and update of the classic Insecticon look. I was floored by how much I like the figure. Usually I am not big on animal transformers, especially insect transformers, because right here, the legs, no real way to transform them in one mode or the other, and they're usually ball joints that get in the way, that, weaken over time, and it's just, this is solid. This is cool. Classic colors. The only thing I would have loved to have seen that would have been hysterical is if the chest piece right here could have opened. For those of you who were fans of the classic Diaclone line, you would know that this is on the original pre-Transformer Insecticons. These chest pieces would open so you could put the Diaclone driver inside. So yeah, that's about it for the bug mode. I think this is a beetle of some sort. Let's pause, and we'll get into the transformation. Okay, transformation, like most of these Legends figures, is relatively easy. So hopefully, let me just adjust the camera real quick, make sure I have enough room to do this so things don't go out of the way. I'll probably still screw it up, and I'm sure somebody out there will point it out to me. First, what you want to do, and I think this is one of the cool parts, is if you notice that they were able to recreate a little bit of this elongated abdomen. Well, it's done right here in the legs with the hips. Go ahead. You want to unpeg them from the torso section, and then it will swing out and down. And then what you want to do, as you basically hit the arms and what have you, swing that hip section right here back up into place while keeping the the legs forward. So now you've collapsed it. You went from collapsed, expanded, and now collapsed it back up for robot mode. Go ahead, separate the legs, next step is you want to go ahead and slide these panels off to the side there, exposing what will be more of the robot leg, thickening it out a bit, and flipping up the foot. Do the same on this side, just like so. It's a little tricky because, just so, because getting a grip on it, and then flip the foot up. Lower half is practically done. Go ahead and come up and swing out the arms. The arms are on these swivel joints. Now when you rotate them in, there are little pegs there that they can hook into, which I think is great. Once they're forward like this, go ahead and rotate it so the fist is facing the proper position. And then come in the back here. And now what's interesting is these legs are somewhat segmented, but they pretty much move on their own on the same joint. So go ahead and fold them in. So that's all behind you. And yes, the figure is still relatively tall, so you just want to go ahead, open up its mandibles or horns or what have you. And then you're going to collapse the chest down on a double hinge, bring it into place, revealing Skrapnel's robo head, and taking what was, a fairly large insect and bringing it down into a, typical legend-sized figure. I mean, that's really some cool stuff there going on with the transformation. Nothing new in the way of colors. In fact, I think by flipping these panels off to the side, you lose, some color there in the legs, but you do have the head. Can the head rotate? And the head rotates. That is very nice. Of course, with my mannish sausage fingers, it's kind of tough to get in there. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Decepticon logo on the chest, and typical for these Generations Legends figures. Ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed hips, ball-jointed knees. Am I right? Yes, ball-jointed knees. You can move them. You can look. Look, look. Look, diving dog people. There for you articulation fanatics. There, the diving dog, the crouching dog, diving dog, yoga pose, whatever it is. Oh, there we go. But yeah, this is Decepticon, and he needs his weapon. So boom, can he hold it? Yes, he can. One of the most important things to any Transformers figure. And there it is. I think this figure is awesome. One of my favorites. I'd have to say right now, Optimus Prime, Starscream, Skrapnel, and then you figure Gears, Cosmos, Swerve. When you get into the repaints, it's kind of hard because it's basically the same figure and it just comes down to the character. But yeah, this guy is awesome. So we'll pause and I'll give you my final thoughts. My final thoughts on Skrapnel. Buy it. Buy it for Reflector. Buy it for Skrapnel. This is an excellent figure. Pay retail. Don't pay excessive eBay prices. The figures should still be out there. If you go to Amazon, get an Amazon gift card or something. This guy is awesome. It's much better than the Bomb Shock or whatever figure from Fall of Cybertron that I could never get because it was went to a case and they stopped making them for movie toys and what have you, and it goes for like $50 online. This right here, this is it. And we have Bombshell coming. Bombshell, which means, and I'm pretty much sure, in fact, I think I saw a prototype. Kickback. We will have our Insecticons. We will have them all in the same size. This is awesome. I'm rambling. This is Chuck. Skrapnel. Reflector. Buy them.